Hello and welcome to Michael Pepper Tech. I have some thoughts for you today. With all these streaming services that are out there offering music, movies, TV shows via subscriptions where you don't really own anything, I believe that was the first step towards owning nothing entirely. And I think that the next step for this is AI and owning nothing that has been created because the software is creating it for you. It's doing its own thing, or the final step would be something like this. Smartphone can frame the images for you or teaches you how to frame with a prompt. Through the viewfinder, it tells you how to align everything. Maybe the camera sensor kind of zooms in for you and you don't even have to do the work. It recognizes the subject. We all think that's cool. But then when you realize that you don't even have to understand the basics of photography, where does the art come from? Where does it keep its value? And so for me, at that point, we aren't creating anything. The software is doing it all. And the final step with that would be the more we are made to believe it's for ease of use, the more insignificant the value of an individual becomes, and the more we are dumbed down and lose the necessity to be creative and unique. And if anyone and everyone can create images, then art loses its value. And as someone who enjoys the creative outlet as a photographer and a writer, that's deeply concerning for me. And we're seeing these new tools come out. You know, you have Magic Eraser in there, and you have the ability to add yourself into a shot. And yeah, these are things that have been out there, but for me, it's like, okay, dual exposure, you can do that, and you've been able to do that with film, but going in and literally creating objects that aren't there just by typing in a prompt or drawing a little hand sketch of a dog and all of a sudden it creates a dog, that's no longer photography. That isn't even really art because you didn't have to have the artistic skills to get the fine details and do it yourself. I don't have a problem with if you want to take a photograph and maybe you blur the background afterwards, because that's something that's still a natural aesthetic that could be done with a different lens potentially. But when you get to the point where you are literally creating or removing, just in science, where you can neither create nor destroy energy or mass, the laws of conservation of energy and mass, I believe that you should not be able to create nor destroy objects or subjects within an image and have it maintain its originality. And the true art of photography is doing that through the hands and the eyes of the photographer. And so for me, I feel like it's just the next step in losing the value and losing what we own and losing ourselves. The first was creating these services so that you don't have to own anything, but you get access to it all and it's easy. And, you know, it's to us, it's like, oh, cool, I can access all this anywhere and I can share it with people through a link. But something happens to you, you don't own any of the music or the movies you've watched. You can't pay for it anymore. You don't have access. Same thing is going to happen with these AI services. The more we become reliant on these things, the more they can tip their hand and kind of charge us for it. The more we've given in and really had to lose our own creativity, and the more we rely on these things, then and the more dependent we are on them, the more we give up. And that's not even going into the data that they're collecting to create these things, or the fact that they're uploading things to the cloud to enhance video or enhance the photos. So they're gathering that data and they're being able to use that. And whether they say they're using it or not, they're just saying, oh, we're not selling it. But that doesn't mean they're not using it. And our data is valuable. So for me, I see a shift where now the originality in art, the people like me who like to just take photographs and kind of leave them as they are, you know, you can adjust exposure and stuff like that, but like to use my own brain to do that. are going to become the people that are the slight percentage of those people out there posting things. And you're already seeing that. And you see these filters and the beautifying of things. And to me, ironically, the beautifying filters and the beautifying processing of things is more ugly. It's super smooth, it's unnatural, and it really speaks to the mentality of a nation and of the people that think that that is what is true photography, and that think that that's beautiful, and think that that's a better camera. Where for me, as you'll see in some upcoming videos, I can capture with a $350 phone beautiful work. It doesn't matter if it's $350 nothing phone 2A or $1,200 iPhone 15 Pro Max S24 Ultra or $800 OnePlus 12. It's all what's up here, what comes in here, and whether you are willing to spend the time to learn or whether you are willing to just rely on the technology to create something. And I think that speaks to the laziness that technology has allowed us to shift into the mindset that because it's easier or because we get this different look, that it's better, or that it really is art or really is photography. And by definition, it is not. And a camera comes from the Latin for a dark room, and it means you're capturing light. It's a dark box that is capturing light, but it's not manipulating it. It's not altering it from the scene. It's not creating things that aren't there or moving things from the scene that were there. And that is where photography stems from, the capturing of light. I hope you found this video informative. Share your thoughts down below. Don't let AI trick you, and don't let technology make you think that just because it's there, you should use it. Learn, be creative, enjoy your technology. And as always, I don't only talk tech, I live it. I'm very enthusiastic. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment your thoughts down below on the shift of AI. And just be mindful of what you see out there and whether it's real or not. Peace, love, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.